Hi, I'm Mike Ditka. From small startups to global corporations, join me as we go inside the dynamic business world and explore some of today's most successful companies. Welcome to Modern Business. Everything made out of metal corrodes away eventually, but Integrated Corrosion Companies slows down that process, so you get years of useful life out of your iron and steel structures.
Much of our world is made of iron and steel, but much of the planet's surface is water and soil. The resistive properties of water, especially salt water and soil, tends to corrode our steel machinery, structures, and vessels. Simple water and soil corrosion cost industries an estimated $500 billion per year. And on top of the corrosion of things, the results can be catastrophic in harm to human lives and property. One company has been working to halt the effects of corrosion on the nation's pipelines, storage tanks, water treatment plants, bridges, and ports. Houston's Integrated Corrosion Companies.
Since the 1930s, Integrated Corrosion Companies has been providing protection for metal assets from the corrosive effects of nature. Through our various divisions, both onshore and offshore, we provide engineering, project management, material supplies, inspections, and monitoring.
Some form of corrosion protection has been around since the 1700s, when the British Navy needed to protect their wooden hulls from the effects of worms. Introduction of impressed DC current allowed more effective protection and the ability to protect larger structures in greater size areas. There are now offshore oil and gas platforms, wind turbines, research stations, and other man-made structures that need protecting. Onshore, the effects of rain, rivers, and natural moisture in the soil on bridges, storage tanks, oil, gas, and water lines, as well as transit systems, can be just as devastating. Offshore, often the greatest challenge is gaining access to these assets in the face of wind, tides, waves, and storms. Onshore, the challenges are working around existing urban structures or conversely being in extremely remote areas.
Companies that invest in expensive equipment and structures never regret the investment in cathodic protection. We've protected several pipelines and pieces of equipment that have over 35-year life cycle and still show no need for repair or replacement. Protecting
assets is not only about saving money, it can also be about saving lives, property, and the environment. A catastrophic failure can threaten the lives of a company's employees, the surrounding community, and sensitive areas of land. In an era when we have witnessed countless failures of bridges, pipelines, and marine vessels, protecting society from the aftermath of large-scale disasters should be at the top of our to-do list.
J Electronics is a wholly owned subsidiary of Integrated Corrosion Companies. We've been in business for approximately 40 years. We've been supplying customized equipment to the cathodic protection industry, and our goal is to meet the client's needs so that they can do what they need to do to protect the environment, their assets, and our industry.
As the world population grows and new hazards appear on the horizon, federal and state regulatory bodies are applying higher standards that can affect the public for the nation's infrastructure projects. Greater awareness of the threat of corrosion and ongoing education about cathodic protection are convincing more companies of the urgent nature of protecting their assets.
Depending upon the type of corrosion and the kind of structure to be protected, the best way to mitigate corrosion is to have the properly designed, installed, and maintained cathodic protection systems.
As long as people build large-scale metallic structures and pipelines, they will need to address the protection of those assets against corrosion. The nation's infrastructure is crying out to be repaired and replaced, and protection from corrosion will play an important role in the retooling of the country.